Hi, and welcome to British Dad Reacts. My name is John, and thank you for watching. And if you do like this kind of content, then do the usual. I want to celebrate a track that was released as a single 44 years ago, but actually predates that release. The track is Ceremony, which was originally done by Joy Division and then by New Order. And I'm going to do a kind of a journey here, which will show a few videos, tell some of the story, and eventually come back to the original version of the song with Ian Curtis singing. But to start, this is New Order. Now, I should say, this is the studio version that some clever person has edited over them giving a live performance. The link is in the description. It's really smartly done. I really enjoy it. Now, it's very interesting, and the reason I stopped it there is this is the original 12-inch of the track Ceremony. And on vinyl, many years ago when people used to get it, the record companies, there would be some words inscribed in this section here. And for the track Ceremony, the words that are inscribed onto the vinyl are, "This is why events unnerve me." And this is the opening line of the song.
Travel
production on that track from 1981, 44 years ago, is just incredible. Peter Hook kind of changed the way the bass was played, using it to play at a higher pitch and using the melody. Stephen Morris on the drums, an incredible drummer. You saw Gillian Gilbert playing the guitar, and she obviously then played keyboards as well. And Bernard Sumner, who was singing, playing lead and kind of rhythm guitar. Obviously in the original Joy Division, Ian Curtis was the lead singer, and he wrote the lyrics to this song. And we might come back to the lyrics, because untangling them, I think, I don't know, takes a little bit of possibly understanding about the time, the place and the situation. Now, the track ceremony has become a staple for the New Order. And New Order are a band I've seen and followed from Joy Division through New Order. I've seen them more than I've seen any other band. I saw them in the early 80s at Salford University. I saw them at the 10 Years of Punk celebration in Manchester. I've seen them at the Hacienda nightclub, which they owned in Manchester. I've seen them in London. I've seen them so many times, big and small venues. This is them in 2006, playing Glasgow.
Thank you. Oh, look how bright it is. It's like being in boots.
Just the crowd going crazy here. This is what New Order gigs were like in the early years. Just crazy. And I say in the early years because I also remember they used to play a lot of gigs and never advertise them. They were like secret events that you had to kind of find out by stealth almost. So it was really challenging to see them in that kind of, I don't know, kind of early, mid-80s period. But obviously this was 2006, but you can see the crowd still really enjoying this track ceremony. Now, New Order obviously split. Peter Hook went his own way and formed Peter Hook and the Light. Both New Order and Peter Hook still perform globally, still get sellout crowds, and they're still both fantastic. But they do have a slightly different take on how they approach this song, and I just wanted to, highlight that a little bit. This is New Order in Roskilde in Denmark in 2016. You saw the crowd there. That was a young crowd. 2016, a track from 1981. Now, as I said, Peter Hook formed a new band, Peter Hook and the Light. I almost said like again then. And this was them in Macclesfield in 2015. Peter Hook and the Light play it with a kind of different energy and a different speed. It's a much more rockier feel to it. It's a great, great track. And one that still, for me, just, it is Joy Division, it is New Order. It's just a brilliant, brilliant track. Now, I've covered a bit of Joy Division in previous videos. I covered one of their really early tracks at a later date. I also covered Decades with a video from the Wednesday Netflix series, just to show that Joy Division's music was music to dance to, not just to listen and ponder on the lyrics. I also covered Isolation. That's a bit more about the lyrics, to be fair. But what I wanted to do with this, I think, is bring it back to where it started. And this was a rehearsal session in April 1980, a month before Ian Curtis died. There's a mixture of images here. I'll stop on this one because this was from the film Control, which was about kind of Joy Division and Ian Curtis's life. I'm just so glad this version was captured at the time and then put onto YouTube. So you can hear Ian Curtis's voice singing the track in its original form. That's a studio rehearsal version, and obviously the studios they were rehearsing in back then were not as technologically advanced as studios are now. But it's still so good to hear him sing the whole song through. There is a version on the double live album still of them performing the track Ceremony at Birmingham University at a gig. But unfortunately, the mic only picks up his voice sort of halfway through the song. So this version, I think, is quite a special version. The reason I showed Peter Hook and the Light playing in Macclesfield is because that's where Ian Curtis was from. And whilst they're often, New Order or Joy Division are often referred to as a Manchester band because that's the kind of, I guess, the place that everybody knows. Peter Hook and Bernard Sumner would categorically say that they're from Salford, which, if you know the area, two cities abut each other, Salford and Manchester. So being from Salford was, at that time, very different to being from Manchester. Now, the final thing I want to say is, I guess, speculation on my part. Only because I guess I know the band, I know the lyrics. I've heard it many times. The lyrics that Joy Division sing are what Bernard Sumner put together because Ian Curtis never actually wrote the lyrics down. So he had to try and take them from the recordings that he had. I personally think that looking back at the time, Ian Curtis had been married to Deborah Curtis. He had a daughter, but he'd started a long-term affair with a Belgian journalist. And I think this track is about the dichotomy that he faced between the two of them. His family and his wife, and his new love with his girlfriend. It's reflected also in Love Will Tear Us Apart. But for me, the lyrics of this song, I don't know why, they do reflect that somehow. There's just certain words in there that just make me think of that. Ceremony, a track by Joy Division. Then as they reconstituted, a track by New Order. Thank you so much for watching.